Okay, we got them all cast on, and now we're going to distribute them over your other DPNs. So there's a different methods. You can either use a total of 4 DPNs or you can use 5. I prefer 4, so we're going to do that. And in the pattern, it suggests to distribute keep the heel stitches on one needle and then divide the instep stitches on another. So divided by 4, be 11, 11, and 22. So we're just going to slide them on over. One thing to keep in mind, if you've never used double pointed needles before, you're really only using 2 needles at a time. The other 2 or 3 double pointed needles are just holding the other stitches. So you're just going to be working around and around. And they're usually pretty good about staying on your needles, but it's one thing to be careful about is to make sure your stitches don't fall off. Okay, we have distributed all of our stitches, and now we are going to go ahead and start knitting in the round. Biggest thing to remember is to make sure that all of your stitches are facing in one direction, because you do not want to twist your stitches for this particular pattern. So just make sure they're all facing the same way. And we are going to, the first row of this pattern is knit 1, purl 1, and we are going to start with that. So you're just going to go ahead and just like if you're knitting on 2 regular needles, you're just going to start your pattern. It's going to be a 1 by 1 rib for 1 inch, which means you're going to knit 1 and purl 1. So you're going to knit, and then the next stitch will be a purl. And this is called ribbing. And this will keep your socks from falling down. So knit 1 and then purl 1. And you're going to continue like that across the needle. And then you're just going to move on to the next needle doing the same exact thing. Okay, so we are going to continue with for ribbing for 1 inch, and then we're going to switch to stocking net stitch in the round, which is just knit every single stitch, and that's going to go on until your piece equals 5.5 inches. And we'll meet back here and start on those heels.